Look, the weeks are flying, the months are flying by, the years are flying by. I'm 77 and they're going faster and faster. I won't be here long. Perhaps, as I tease my daughter, only to 240. But it will be gone in a moment. Eternity is even more happy and glorious and wonderful, and flies at incredible speed. And we are that by the grace of God. It's what glory into glory into glory is about. Bless you. And you are blessed. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. I'll give you there an analogy. I came across a theory years ago now that gravity was simply because everything was expanding, but that it was expanding at an increasing rate, hence you're pinned to the planet. And you too are expanding at the same rate. So you're pressed against these objects. I mean, I can't quite conceptually grasp what this might imply, but it's somehow, you know how theories are only the best explanation that we've got. There's all sorts of holes in them and problems, but we haven't got anything better. And you know, that struck me as a very simple explanation of gravity that somehow was, well, a more serviceable explanation than anything else I'd come across. I argued with a friend the other day. He's a mathematician. Super chap. He doesn't realise he's a super chap, but and I was saying, well, but what is light? I mean, it's not a wave. How can it be a wave if it's not an increase and a decrease, high and low pressures like sound? You think of sound as a wave, but light is supposed to be a wave in space. And then, his friend chipped in, well, I don't think it is a wave, I think it's a particle. And there's much more to be said for that. And I actually are in agreement with him there. I feel it's more likely to be that. But then, of course, she said, and it's a particle that doesn't have mass. And you think, but hang on, particles do have mass. That's the whole point about being a particle. So I thought, my goodness, you seem to have wavered back into waves again. And, I mean, a sheer matter of logic. If nothing doesn't exist, it's just nothing. How can you pass through it? It doesn't exist to pass through. I mean, in a sense, and perhaps in the wrong sense. And you just think, wow, we are as children here. We scarcely have the slightest understanding of what the situation is in which we find ourselves. I mean, we all know this world looks extremely concrete, hard and solid, and yet when you analyse it, even our most secular scientists say, no, it's nearly all energy. It seems to be all space, really. You just keep coming across more and more space and less anything that you would want to call matter. And we deal with forces all the time, but forces are not matter. You can't see them. You can see or experience the consequence of them. I am pinned to the planet. You do get a shock of electricity. We're in the experience of them, and we've no idea how to get a handle on it, to understand it. We're dwarfed by the magnificence of creation. Even the magnificence of creation in our tiny corner of experience. I'm tempted to say it's all God. In a sense, I'm tempted to say it's perhaps the way he's thinking it. And whilst he thinks it, it is. And we too, by his loving grace and kindness. If you wanted a friend, Dad, we are so honoured to be that friend to you. Love you, Heavenly Dad. Thank you, Dad.